All right, good morning. Glad to be with you, talking to you about you and your business. Already halfway through this busy week, and I tell you, glad to be able to spend some time with you. Always look forward to it, and sometimes I can't sleep at night as I anticipate the opportunity to talk to you about you and your business. We've got a lot to talk about here on today's program. Some big changes going on when it comes to Yahoo and the world of Yahoo, and we've got an expert who's going to be spending a little bit of time with us talking about just that. Her name again is Katie Deolloz. Yeah, pretty close. Deolloz, is that correct, Katie?
Pretty close.
Pretty close. And nobody got hurt, so that's good. And then and your company's called StartPage.com. Let's start with your company. Tell us what that's all about.
Oh, sure. StartPage is basically the private search alternative. We don't record your IP address or record any of your searches, so we provide an opportunity for you to search in complete privacy.
Okay. How do you make money? Because that's where where the competition makes money is by not having complete privacy.
Well, the company makes money through ads, sponsored ads, but all of that is disclosed on our information sheet.
Okay, so it says it's enhanced by Google. Is it just a private version of Google? Would you call it that, or how would you describe that?
Sure. StartPage serves anonymized Google results. So where normally if one were to go to Google and enter a search query and get the results, Google records each individual search query and also records the IP address from which the computer that you're searching. StartPage doesn't do that. And in fact, StartPage takes it one step further, where when you were to search in Google or Yahoo, Bing, any of the other search engines, they would tailor or customize your results. And some people really like that. Some people think that's another form of censorship, really, because you're not getting the raw, unfiltered news. So StartPage provides the raw results as opposed to a limited number of results that a search engine would assume that you would want.
Mm-hmm. So I read the book. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, we let you do your own thinking. We don't think we're smarter than you.
Okay. And so I read the book Googled, and it's a fascinating book, actually. But one of the things that they said, in a perfect world, they would like to just give you one result.
Well,
yeah.
and
the problem with that, let me finish my thought if you don't mind. The problem with that is that, they can't tell what your actual thoughts are, and so even, no matter how specific the results are, and I'm pretty good at putting in specific requirements there, it just kind of shows, I don't know, it seems, I found it chilling, to be honest with you, when I read that.
Well, and I'm glad you did. I'm glad you had a very human natural reaction to something that's a very sterile and disconcerting reality. Eric Schmidt, the CEO of Google, had said previously that his goal was to be able to know what you were thinking before you did.
Yeah.
And the founders had also made the claim that they wanted to have the mind of God.
Yeah.
I find that disconcerting.
Yeah, I find that too. And I caught some of that as well in the book Googled, which is a great book. A little too friendly to Google, but nonetheless a very thorough, very well-researched book. So, Katie, tell us a little bit about other disconcerting news. What happened June 1st of this year?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
What happened on June 1st of this year?
Oh, gotcha. Well, what's happening now is Yahoo has boldly announced that they are going to begin this month scanning and analyzing all of their user emails, and they're transitioning, and they're basically saying either you get on board or, you're gone. And so it's a very kind of, I don't know, it's this new normal almost where you need to conform to these standards of we have access to all your data or you have no access to anything. And so I would say user beware.
So, and this is different from the way the model was done before.
Correct. And they haven't done that to this extent previously, nor have they been so overt in doing this. And this is something that Google's been doing for quite a while now, and now they're just following that same lead. And so, yeah, it's kind of a big deal. One of the things they had mentioned was attempting to provide abuse protection. Not quite sure what that means either.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, what do you think is the primary motivation about this? Is this another way for mining information to help their always struggling bottom line at Yahoo?
Well, absolutely, because the thing is, a lot of people get excited about the idea of free, but what they don't realize is free comes at a very high price, and that's your privacy. And the thing is, all these services, they're not the products. They're not the focus there. Your data is the product. Your data is what's being collected and repackaged and sold, and then you are being marketed to. And that's what people don't realize. They think, oh, I have nothing to hide, no big deal. Wrong. You wouldn't let these people read your diary. You wouldn't let them look over your shoulder as you were shopping in the store. And yet that's exactly what you're doing every time you enter a search query or write or send an email.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very chilling to say the least. And so, what do you suggest people do? Do you think people should buy their email service?
Yeah, actually, we're getting ready to launch startmail.com. The beta testing is going to start this month as we wrap up the internal testing. All the hardware is in place. But basically, if you look at the cost for a regular quote-unquote free email service, it's about $5 a month. And so what StartMail is going to be doing is offering private, encrypted email that is not read, email that we do not have access to for that same price, for about $5 a month. And that $5 is worth it for your privacy.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. And how will this compare to, say, like people who buy their mail from GoDaddy? I don't think GoDaddy does anything in terms of what you're talking about in terms of being overly nosy. When it comes
I haven't gone through and read the privacy policy for GoDaddy specifically, so I can't make a statement about that. However, I know what StartMail is going to be doing, and I'm going to put my faith, confidence, and vote with my dollars with them.
All right. Do you know where we can get more information about the changes at Yahoo?
Absolutely. What you can do is go to startpage.com. You click About, and then on the bottom left-hand menu, you'll see our press center. And right at the top of our news and information, you'll find the press release. Yahoo to users, let us read your emails, or goodbye.
There you go. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
All right. Want to encourage you to check out startpage.com and go to that About page. Check out over there at the media room and get more information. There on the bottom left-hand side, Start Page Press Center after you hit the About page. And also do want to remind you, best content here, it shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.